What's good, gang? I'm back again today with another message in regards to the law of rhythm. That is my most popular video at the moment, and that just lets me know that collective conscious is needing that message right now. We need to understand more than anything at this particular moment that there is a rhythm to life. You know, the law of rhythm dictates that there are ins and outs, there are ups and downs, there is beginnings and there are ends. You know, we live in cycles. Things begin and things end. Things live and they die. Every single year we have our 4 seasons, and in those 4 seasons there is a life and death cycle, right? In the beginning of spring, everything is coming to be alive. Everything is blossoming and blooming. Spring is here, and when spring is here, everything is coming to life. And then in summer, it is enjoying that life, right? It is getting a chance to live through that life. Fall is the process of that thing starting to wither away. Is that thing starting to, get to the process of accepting that it's going to go away and to die. The leaves are falling off the tree, the trees are dying. But when it comes to winter, winter is the period of death. Winter is the period in which things, they're completely starting over. All the trees have lost all of their leaves. Everything looks barren, everything looks dead, everything is too cold to grow. So in those moments, that is the moment of death. We experience these seasons every single year. Every single year, we have this process of beginning and end, of life and death. It happens over and over again. Our cells regenerate and die over time in our body. Our cells are constantly dying and regenerating. That's just life, beginnings and ends. The universe specifically wanted me to touch on this message for you today. You might be wondering, you might be in this moment right now where you feel as if there is a possibility of a shift or a change that's getting ready to occur in your life. You might be feeling it deep down, energetically, spiritually. You might be on a frequency, on a wavelength of understanding, like, I feel like something's getting ready to shift. I feel like things are getting ready to change. How do we recognize when we're in the process of something getting ready to change? How do we recognize when something is getting ready to end to start a new beginning? How do we know? What is the thing that dictates that we're getting ready to embark on a brand new journey and that also something else is getting ready to end? Well, I'm going to talk to you about that today. I think the best way for me to talk about this is to talk about a process that happens in nature. With mother eagles, when they're trying to raise their young, they go through this process in which they find all these various objects to form a nest. This nest is formed in layers. So they go out and find the first layer, which is filled with rocks and twigs and, various little stones and sharp objects that form a strong foundation so that the nest does not crash in on itself. They're going to put other things on top of it in order to make it a more comfortable place. But first things first, they got to form the foundation. So it's a bunch of rocks and twigs and sharp objects. The next layer are softer objects. It's leaves, it's wool, it's cotton, it's, any sort of excess fur or any sort of excess softness that they can find out there that they can just put in there to make it into a softer place, to put on top of those jagged rocks so that it's a little bit more comfortable. And then that very last layer is a layer of their own motherly feathers. It's something that just really gives it that nice homey touch to really put the cherry on top of making it into a comfortable place for its young to be able to thrive. But at some point, they're going to have to grow up, right? So Mother Eagle is going to be nurturing them. She's going to be taking care of them, feeding them, and giving them all the love and care that they need. But at some point, they're going to have to learn how to fly, because that's what eagles do. You know what I'm saying? They cannot stay in the nest forever. They have to learn how to fly. So what does she do? She nurtures them until they're at a point where they are physically ready to take flight. Physically, they are able to do it. They can do it. But mentally, they're not there yet. They're not aware that they have the power to take flight. They're not aware that they can do it. So she knows this, and being a good mother, she knows that the only way to make them do this, the only way to get them to take flight, is to shake up the nest. She got to shake it up. It cannot stay this way. So what does she start doing? She starts to remove the different layers of this nest, right? The first things first, she takes away those motherly feathers. That last little homey touch, that cherry on top, that thing that just gave it that extra little boost of comfort, she takes them away. The motherly feathers is gone. You know what I'm saying? She says, all right, I can't have this anymore. We're taking away the motherly feathers. Then slowly over time, she takes away the next layer. Leaves gone, cotton gone, wool gone. You know what I'm saying? She took all that off. So now all that's left is the last layer of those jagged, harsh rocks, that rough stuff, those sharp objects, those twigs, all that stuff that ain't comfortable. That's all that's left. So they sitting in there in the nest just, ooh, this ain't comfortable. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like the way this feels. And at the same time, because she's dismantling the nest, right? She's not keeping it comfortable anymore. She's not allowing it to have that strong foundation anymore. So now some of them rocks is falling. Some of them twigs is falling. So the nest is barely hanging on. It's barely a nest anymore. It's practically a death trap at this point. So you have one option, right? You're going to stay in this nest that is uncomfortable. That's barely a nest anymore. You're going to stay in this position that is uncomfortable until eventually you fall to your doom. Or you're going to fly. You're going to learn how to take flight. You are going to get yourself up out of that nest and you're going to learn to fly. You're going to take flight. You're going to leave the nest. You're going to get yourself in the air and you're going to make yourself move. You're going to make yourself shake. You got to do something. The universe will always, always, always let you know that you are getting ready to embark on a journey of change when your situation becomes uncomfortable. When something no longer feels great, when you started something, it might have been great, but it ain't great no more. You know what I mean? There was a point in time where this was a new thing for you. It was comforting. It was a brand new nest. It had the motherly feathers, but they've been removed. All that's left is those jagged rocks. It's like the wool and the fur and all them leaves have been pulled from underneath us, and we just left with the jagged rocks, getting ready to fall. Don't fall, fly. You can't stay in this uncomfortable situation anymore. It's uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable that it's going to lead to your detriment. It's going to lead to your death. You have to fly. You got to go on. You got to move. The pendulum is swinging from right to left. You know what I'm saying? That beginning is coming to an end. That cycle is ending. That part of the season is over. We are exiting fall and entering winter. The leaves have fallen off and it is time for it to die. Everything is dying. It's uncomfortable. It's cold. It's uncomfortable. That is what the universe is going to let you know. It's time to shake and move when your situation becomes uncomfortable. And this could be anything in your life. This could be your dead-end job. This could be your toxic relationship. This could be the battle that you've been having with your health. This could be the battle you've been having with your addiction. This could be living with your parents and needing to move out. This could be you ending a relationship with a business partner that ain't working out no more. This could be ending a friendship. This could be you deciding, I don't know if I could talk to this family member like that anymore. This might have to end. This might have to cease. It is no longer comfortable. This situation is no longer comfortable. I got to change. I got to take flight. I got to leave the nest. Otherwise, I'm going to fall to my doom. Otherwise, I'm going to be, even if I don't fall to my doom, I'm going to be uncomfortable all the way until I do. I'm going to be sitting in that nest, in agonizing pain. Or I'm going to take that sign from the universe that I have outgrown this situation. I am too big for this. I am no longer a baby in this situation. I have outgrown this. I don't need to be in the nest anymore. I have to leave. I've outgrown this situation. I have to take flight. I got to fly away. I got to get out of here. I cannot do this anymore. This is not it for me no more. It might have been one time. It might have been a great thing at one time. But, the pendulum swings. There is a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? There are ebbs and flows. There are ins and outs. There are ups and downs. There are beginnings and ends. And in the end of any sort of situation, it ain't going to be comfortable. That's how you're going to know it's time to change. It's going to be time for you to pick up your bags and leave. It's going to be time for you to decide to dip. But the good news is that you're going to be dipping into the new start of a new thing, right? The pendulum's going to swing all the way from right to left, from left to right to left. It's always going to be going in and out. You're going to start things and you're going to end things. And if you're in the end of something, that means you're going to begin something better. You're going to begin something new. You're going to be like the hermit crab. The hermit crab moves from shell to shell because it outgrows the shell that it was currently in. It's too big to fit into those britches. It can't do it no more. It can't do it no more. That shell can't contain it. It cannot hold it. That shell is no longer sustainable. That shell is no longer enough. It has to leave that shell. Otherwise, it's squished up. It's uncomfortable. It don't belong there no more. It got to get out. It got to get a new shell. It's time for a new life. It's time for a new season. It's time for a new start, a new beginning. But how do I know? Because it's uncomfortable. I've been in so many situations before where this has happened. The universe has shown me so many times that as soon as you are getting uncomfortable in a certain situation, it's time to dip. It's time to go. And it's not because there's nothing else waiting for you. It's because there is something else waiting for you. It's because that this season is over. This chapter has finished. Don't deny it. Don't deny it. Don't run away from it. Don't stay in them jagged rocks. Don't stay in that shell that's too small for you. Get out of it. You don't fit there anymore. You don't belong there anymore. You have outgrown this. You have outgrown this behavior. You've outgrown this relationship. You've outgrown this job. You've outgrown this anything. You've outgrown it. You got to move on. You got to take flight. You got to leave the nest. Get up out of there, man. Get up out. You got to leave. You got to dip. If you have been looking for a sign, if you've been needing a sign, if you've been searching for something to let you know that it is time for you to drop something, that it is time for you to change, that it is time for you to shift, I'm here to be that sign for you. I'm letting the universe speak through me and talk to you right now and let you know that it is time for you to leave. It is time for you to end. It is time for you to move on and go to the next chapter. It's okay. It's okay. I'm that sign. And before me being that sign, your discomfort has been that sign all along. I am just vocalizing it. I am just, all I am is giving you a voice behind what you're already thinking, what you're already feeling. I'm tapped in with you. I can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've felt it. I've experienced it. I'm tapped in with you. It's time for you to make a change. It's time for things to shift. It's time for you to leave the nest. It's time for you to get out that shell. It's not comfortable. It's not serving you anymore. Leave that paradigm. It's time for you to enter that new season of your life. It is time for you to decide that I am starting a new spring and a new life is forming. We're budding up new life. We're blooming and blossoming new flowers. It's a fresh start. But before you get there, everything else got to die. You know what I'm saying? Clean up your dead leaves. Shovel your snow. This might be the winter right now. This might be your winter arc. This might be your moment in which everything's going to die. And it's okay. That is natural. That is natural. There is a rhythm to life. There are seasons in life. Let it end. Let it be over. Let it be done. It's okay. But hey, that's all I really wanted to talk to y'all about today. You know what I'm saying? If your situation is uncomfortable, respect that. Respect yourself enough to walk away. Respect yourself enough to decide that you're going to let this end. You're going to let it be over. And you're going to move on to something bigger and better. Let it be over. Let it be done. That's all I wanted to talk to y'all about today. You know what I'm saying? I hope all is well with you. Please tell me in the comments if you are resonating with this message and let me know if there's something that you're getting ready to take a change with. Let me know about that change that's happening in your life. Let me know about that thing that you're getting ready to do. I'm interested. I'm genuinely invested. I want to know about your next stage in life, your next season. Talk to me about it. I want to know. But I love y'all. I love the support. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. The channel has been growing really quickly, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of y'all for watching my videos. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through and supporting your boy. Thank you. Like, really, from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all. This really drives me and motivates me to continue to serve you and to continue to give you these messages, to continue to help you. So keep showing me support, and I'm going to keep on supporting you. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. So make sure that you take care. And, just again, I want to tell you I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, because realistically, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that. So much love, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, peace.